Hey Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. So today I'm going to take a detour off of the paper pumpkin since mine came in late. And I want to give you kind of a, I would say simple way of doing 100 cards in one day. And I'll do it kind of in piecemeal because we're not going to do the whole thing, but I'll show you how I did it. I have a friend that has a business, and so she asked me to make her 100 cards, generic, and she's in the state of Mississippi, so the state flower is a magnolia. And wouldn't you know, I have a pack, a 12 by 12 pack of the Magnolia Lane, just so happened. So I'm sure that you have a pack of 12 by 12s that you've not opened because it's just so pretty and you don't want to cut it up. So it's, I'm sure, a couple years old, and I used the whole entire pack. So just hang out, get some coffee, and watch the process. Stay tuned. Okay, so this actually is the leftover, and the it was actually the Magnolia Lane designer paper, and very pretty. And I probably still will make some cards with it. But the three colors were the Mossy Meadow, the Petal Pink, and Extrudi Espresso. So I used a lot of my bases from this, and then I happened to pick some of the neutral designer paper. If you haven't gotten this, this is really a great way to expand your cards. This is part of the paper, and it helped to kind of make a little bit more in my quest. So I'm going to show you my pack of 100 cards. Can I get that in there? There we go. 100 cards. And part of that was literally using only one of the designer paper. So if you don't have any of those, then maybe you're busier than I am. Or I do love my designer paper, and let me just show you the process of how to do it. And a lot of it is production. So let me give you a still shot, and then I'll give you the bigger portion, which is actually them all laid out, and I'll be right back. So now what I want to do is, you've seen kind of the step-by-step, and this is basically 100 cards in one day. And so it's the production level, and then today was the putting together the sentiment. So basically, once all of the pieces are cut out, once they are all glued down, then I go back and put the sentiment. And the request was to be generic. So no thank you, no birthday, no sympathy, just very basic. So I just wanted to show this. I raised up and I cut out the magnolia and put that on there. So that's one of the sentiments. And then also just keeping it simple. In order to keep the costs down, there'll be no bling. This has, from one of the pumpkins, the banner has the little copper inlay, so that kind of helps a little bit with that one. But most of them, so basically same sentiment, just different layout of the paper. And so that's kind of our realm. And then same layout with this one, just using a different sentiment. Just that. And then same sentiment, different layout. Did that. And the same layout, different sentiment. And that's how it goes through the whole entire thing. But I wanted to give you kind of the breakdown, because it does make it quite nice when you're putting together the cards, because it keeps them simple. This one just has dear friend on that bottom, and then This one I used Dear Friend, but different layout. And then I have Hello Friend, and actually cut out the magnolia and raised that. So that's another batch. And then, let's see here. Same layout, different sentiment. And then these were all three the same, and I just have Sending Hello. So I like that kind of break, the kind of split in that. And then this one is Hello, and I will be putting, I haven't put it yet, but I have a bunch of green. So this actually will be getting a little band on there. Not really a bow per se, but that'll be a band on there. Keep that out. I have to remember to do that. And then, so you have same layout, different sentiment. Did that. And then I used the same sentiment, different layout. And that way, what happens for my customer is that if someone comes in and they really like this layout, and they like the hello, but they really like this one instead, then what happens is it helps her with her sales, because then it gives someone the same sentiment, but different kind of picture. If that makes sense. And then jumping over to the same sentiment on that, but different layout. That one. And then this one, I used the layout the same, but then changed up the layout and used the same sentiment. And this is just the paper, and you just cut the corner or crop the corners and then put those together, kind of with a little flower together. That. But I just wanted to show you the sentiments as I go through and kind of made and used the same on here. So I had these for our sentiment. This will get the band, obviously, but very simple. And then of course here's Smile, but different layout. And that. Then this one was one of those pumpkin banners, and I just split the same. So you have the Oh Happy Day, but now I split it and use a different layout. Okay. This one, now these are all just different scraps. So this is very simple. Popped up the sentiment. That kind of helps when you're trying to give it some pop without putting a lot of bling on that. This one was, I think the same, yeah, the same. So this one was just the background and using the what I had on hand. So you see the labels are a little bit different. Okay. But this is where when you're doing, and then this is what I'm going to probably do for my Christmas as well. So I use that same sentiment for, where is it? Well, I didn't. Okay, so I have Let It Grow. I thought I had it somewhere else. And then this one is using the 1 inch by 3 and 4 and taking the paper, and this is just flip-flopped. So this is in the back of this, and using the espresso that pulls that part of what's in here on there. And then this was, I had plenty of these layouts, and the reason that I have so many layouts with different cuts, because I could maximize the paper and still get enough cards for the one pack. So I didn't, you'll see I did not ever use a full panel of the paper because that wouldn't stretch enough. But this actually is 2 pieces. So the Mossy Meadows behind are paper, and then it's a white piece on there. And that will get a band as well. that'll go across here. And that just adds for dimension and make the separation between the white and the label. And I use the same sentiment on that. Maybe those. And then this one, there was a bunch. Get that one. This one was, I had a lot of different, same layout, but I had a bunch of these because how small the piece was, and I could use the petal pink, the mossy meadow, and then this was a cutout from my real estate from another brand. Also, for example, let me show you on, on this one, for example, I could have cut out the real estate on the petal pink. I did do it on the green, which is where I got that piece from. This piece right here. Because when you're selling, you want it to have a good product. So if you were to look in the light, you would see the cutout piece, and so you want it to have a good quality. Now, if I was giving it to a friend, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but I do cherish my cardstock, so I just wanted to give you kind of a tidbit. So because I have multiple layers in here, the cutout in that mossy meadow isn't going to show in the light when you look at it up in the light. So just wanted to show you that. And then I had some pieces with the designer paper. You only get two or four in a kit. So I wound up only making 2 of these. Oops. Oh, it's in there. Because you can only, a 6x6, you can only get 1 piece out of that. So very, very simple, but same layout, and then just different background. And then this one, so I used a different sentiment. So I went portrait on one and landscape on the other. But that way, again, it helps my customer that if she's selling these, and you know, I wanted to point out that Stampin' Up! Has the angel policy. It just means that when I stamp the back, I'm waiting for the other second stamp for her Mississippi. But when I put my stamp on there, it says Stampin' Up! Images. So it gives a trademark and credit for the image and our wonderful design team. So just so you know, that when you are doing any kind of Stampin' Up! Stamps, you need to use the angel policy in that process. So anyhow, for her, what happens is that same layout, but if someone liked the hello versus the just sending hope, then that would, if I did them all this way, that wouldn't give the option. But now you could have 2 sales because of the different options. So just giving you an idea there. And then I wanted to utilize these layouts that have been, you've seen them throughout showing my sentiments, but different sentiment, same layouts, different sentiments. But this one was a generic, and then putting the, using of course the copper nice thing that came in the pumpkin kits from our tags, and then just raising those up. So anyhow, I think that covers up this one. I didn't use any sentiment with, and it can basically be either way. It can be the landscape or portrait with just the big magnolias there. And then this one, again, same layout, just different sentiment. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. It's been really interesting to put together, and I've never done one with one entire 12 by 12, and I am kind of hooked now. So I think, and I'll show you kind of where I got my ideas from. and Pinterest, and I'll give you a screenshot of that. But it really makes it nice when you're trying to get a lot of cards done, and Christmas is coming, so you want to get your stash started. And all of those people who have 12 by 12s or 6 by 6s and not using them, this is the time to get your ideas in gear and your cards made. Have a great day. Thank you for kind of bearing with me and having fun with making 100 cards in one day. Literally taking what it took to prep the cards and then glue the cards and then make the sentiments, and now I have to do is stamp the back. So, but they're made, and we'll kind of go with that. So have a great day. Thank you so much, and I will be posting my paper pumpkin for July when that gets done. But this was an order, and I wanted to get this out to my customer. So have a great day. Talk to you soon.